good morning, buongiorno, bonsoir. Welcome to Life Lessons Straight Up with a Twist. I am your host, Charity Youngblood, and I am so excited and very grateful that you are here with me today. This podcast is unedited because life is unedited. You can't go back in a conversation with a friend or a presentation that you gave at work and delete the parts that you weren't proud of. So we're not playing that game here either. What we will do is ask ourselves the right questions to learn the lessons for the season we are currently in, aka this present moment. As always, we'll get started with a question, and whatever activity you engage in for self-reflection and introspection, please feel free to do. So whether that's writing in a journal, recording yourself saying the questions, and then saying your responses out loud, drawing, sculpting, dancing, etc., do whatever works best for you. So with that, today's first question is, what will it take for me to just do it? What will it take for me to just do it? Yes, that is the slogan from you know what shoe company. I don't know if it works when you don't say it, for copyright. Doesn't matter. We're moving on. So this question, this question has come up a lot over the years, depending on the day, depending on the month. I don't know about you. Raise your hand. I know I can't see you and you can't see me, but raise your hand if you experience people that just seem to just do things. Like they can just figure it out. Like not even crazy, not even, they just have a goal. They have a goal and they just do it. They're just like, and then you ask them, this is the kicker right here. You ask them and they're like, oh, I just, like they don't even, am I by myself? Does this resonate with you? So this question, I want you to dig into this question, and I'll give some context as I usually do. But most recently, this came up. Actually, matter of fact, when I first started the podcast, for the longest time, I stay in this space. I eat, breathe, live, sleep, whatever else is left, personal growth and self-improvement. And I do that through actively engaging in self-reflection, processes, introspection, etc. Right? Like those are really my pieces of the pie that I eat on a daily basis. But one of the things that I really didn't want to do, in all honesty, was speak at workshops, or on stages, whatever, events, and just kind of be this person that people listen to in such a way. And I was for years. And obviously, if you've been listening to this podcast for a while, it is very natural for me to empower and encourage others. I've always had this ability to ask the right questions. I honestly never knew it was anything abnormal. I thought everyone had the ability to ask the right questions. I've thought everyone had the ability to provide perspective in situations. And I didn't learn until honestly last year that the skills and the gifts that I was given were gifts. But I didn't want to be in the space of, the self-improvement industry, if you will, personal growth industry as a speaker. I just didn't. And mainly because I didn't want to seem like I have the answers. Like that's usually what am I trying to say? Like the way that some speakers come off, it's like you're being preached at. Right? Now, I only want to be preached at when I'm at church. You see what I'm saying? So anyways, this feeling was, it lasted for a very long time. And it wasn't until, I don't really remember what year it was, but I do speak at workshops. I host events, I host conversations, I do all of those things now. But it wasn't until the conversation I had with a member of my Wisdom Collective, Miss Christina Crooks, who, if you have not heard the conversation that we had on the podcast, please listen to that after this. If you have time, or when you make the time, okay? It's good. But we had a conversation, and she mentioned, I told her how I was feeling. I said, I don't want to speak to people like I have all the answers. Like, that's just not me. I'm a listener. I'm an explorer. I ask questions. I need people to say, I really have to be in the space of someone is speaking to me in an active conversation. And then I ask the questions. Like, that's really what my value is when we're talking about this particular thing. And she told me, well, just do that. When you speak at engagements, just do that. Why do you have to be the speaker that you don't want to be? Why can't you be the type of speaker that you just articulated right now? You said you want to be in conversations with people and ask questions to facilitate self-discovery. I have said that before. That's my goal, because we all as individuals, we do have the answers. We have them within us. We are connected to the wisdom and the power of the universe, of God, whatever you believe. But we have the wisdom within us. We have the answers within us. Sometimes we need someone to guide us to us understanding that we already have the answers within us. And that's what I wanted to be. And when she said that, it was like a light bulb went off. Like, wait a minute, you're right. Why do I feel like I need to be the type of speaker that I've seen? Why can't I just be me? So that's where this question kind of came from, right? What will it take for me to just do it? So for me, it was that. And I will go a little bit deeper into what that is, but it was that conversation with a member of my Wisdom Collective. So when you're thinking about what will it take for me to just do it, first of all, think about the second question would be, what is it that I actually want to do? Right? So and I'll say it again, what is it that I actually want to do? So if it's, let's say you have a gift that you don't even know is a gift, because this is really, really common. I think so many of us are searching for our purpose, or we're doing this work for our purpose, and we don't really realize we're already living in our purpose, right? So maybe you have a gift, and possibly you have a gift that society doesn't consider a gift. And that usually is an indication right there. If it's something that is not, and I'm not going to start saying what society sees as gifts because I don't want to offend anyone, but if you have something that is, whatever that means for you, right? You just feel, let's not even put society in it. Let's say you feel it's not a gift, but everyone comes to you for that. Everyone tells you you're so good at blah, blah, blah. And you feel that that's natural for you to do. And you want to get paid to do that. You want to become wealthy and live the life that you want to live to do or to utilize that gift at the highest capacity. So maybe that's what you want to do, right? So what will it take for me to just do that? Second, or I guess we're on the third question, would be, what is my environment? What is the environment that I have created? Or what is the environment that I need to create to just do it? So I highly, highly recommend that you take stock of the people that are around you. If you are the type of person that does not intentionally select your friends, does not intentionally select the information that's coming in, start doing that. So that would be the third question. We might be on 4. I haven't been keeping track. I'm just these questions. This is unedited. Y'all know this is just coming from me. But I'm hoping that you really dig into these, really, really dig into these questions because it will help you create what it is that you want to see, right? Again, we have the answers. We as individuals, so you as an individual, whoever you are listening to this right now, you have the answers you are seeking. Period, point blank. There is no, that's it. That's the truth. That's a fact. You have the answers you are seeking. The questions that you're asking, or the questions that are being asked to you, are going to unearth those answers. And I will leave you with that. Okay, so hopefully these questions are really, really challenge you to dig into these questions and set up the environment that you need to just do it. Because after the resistance is gone, in all honesty, so after Christina told me that it planted a seed. And I'm the type of person that once a seed is planted, it's getting watered. Like, listen, I got you. I'm finna cultivate up in here, right? But it took that, like, really took that initial seed of, oh, that's right. So I want that, oh, that's right moment for you. And I'm hoping that that's what these questions, and every time I do this podcast, that's the reason I'm doing this, because I want that for you, because I know what it's done in my life. To ask these questions, to have people around me, this Wisdom Collective, to have people around me to facilitate those questions when I don't have the questions, the right questions to ask. So that's what was on my heart for today. Thank you so much for listening. I'm appreciative of you being here. If you haven't, please rate or review this podcast wherever you're listening. And until next time, we'll see you again soon. Take care.